This story isn't about a murderer or a missing person. Not officially, anyway. It's about a regular girl, a small town, and one moment that almost slipped under the radar. Until it didn't. Sometimes crime doesn't knock. It just waits. Watches. Then disappears into the night like it was never there. The Reddit user, who we'll call Emma, was 17 at the time. It was winter in her small Minnesota town. The kind of cold where the snow doesn't melt for weeks, and people don't stay outside longer than they have to. She worked the evening shift at a family-owned coffee shop just off the main road. It was mostly regulars, old folks, commuters, the occasional high school burnout trying to flirt for a free muffin. But then came the man in the orange jacket. She noticed him for the first time on a Wednesday. He didn't order anything, just stood outside, hands shoved into the pockets of his coat, staring through the window. Staring at her. He was maybe in his 40s, pale, thin. His bright orange hunting jacket looked too clean, too new. She thought maybe he was just cold or waiting for someone. But he didn't move. When her shift ended, the man was gone. She brushed it off, until it happened again. And again. 3 nights in a row. Same time, same place, same jacket. Only difference? Each time he was standing a little closer to the door. Emma told her manager. They laughed it off, said it was probably just some weirdo passing through. But that night, when Emma got home, she noticed something off. There were footprints in the snow leading up to her bedroom window. No other tracks, just a straight line from the sidewalk to the glass. She didn't sleep. The next day, she called her dad, who drove over and stayed the night. Nothing happened. No tracks this time. No orange jacket. But Emma knew better than to relax. The feeling wasn't gone. The watching wasn't over. Then came Friday. Emma was taking trash out behind the shop when she saw something on the dumpster. An orange thread, snagged on the corner. Freshly torn. She backed away, her skin crawling. As she turned to run inside, she saw him again, across the street, standing, still. But now, he was smiling. The police were called. Reports were made. But with no real crime, there wasn't much they could do. They took her statement and left. Probably nothing, they said. Emma didn't go back to work the next night. But someone else did. Her coworker, Megan, texted her at 10:41 p.m. Did you send someone to pick up your paycheck? Weird guy just came in asking for it. Emma's blood ran cold. She hadn't told anyone she was quitting. Security footage showed the man clearly. Orange jacket, pale skin. He came in, asked for Emma by name, and when Megan told him she wasn't there, he just stared, then left. That was the last time anyone saw him. The police never found him. No name, no car, no reason. But a few weeks later, a hunter's jacket, orange, clean, eerily familiar, was found deep in the woods 5 miles from town. Next to it, a camera. But the memory card was missing. To this day, Emma swears she was being stalked, targeted. And if she had gone to work that night, we might be telling a very different story. Emma tried to move on, but the paranoia didn't. For weeks, she kept checking over her shoulder, sleeping with the lights on. She even moved in with her aunt in a different city for a while, hoping distance would bring peace. But the weirdest part? Nobody else in town ever reported seeing the man. Not before, not after. It was like he came for her, and only her. Some Redditors later theorized that he had been watching her long before the first sighting at the cafe, maybe even from school or a nearby neighborhood. The way he knew her name, her shift schedule, where she worked. It wasn't random. It was planned. Others suggested a more chilling theory, that the jacket wasn't even his, that he wore it as a disguise, something easily thrown away, something that made him blend in like a local hunter, like someone who belonged. But the camera in the woods? That was different. That was deliberate. The camera was turned into the police. But without the memory card, there was no evidence, no photos, nothing to track. Whoever took it made sure to erase every trace. Emma never found out what was on that camera, but she's convinced it had pictures of her. Maybe even photos taken through her bedroom window. The same one with the footprints. Over time, life went on. Emma started college in a bigger city, surrounded by more people and better security. She switched majors from art to criminal psychology. She said it was the only way she could make sense of what happened. Sometimes, she wonders if he followed her, if he's still out there, watching someone else now. What makes this story so terrifying is not what happened, but what almost did. A man shows up out of nowhere, studies your routine, gets close enough to reach out and grab, then disappears before anyone can stop him. There's a name for people like that: predators. And they're rarely caught, because they don't break in with crowbars or commit public crimes. They wait, they test, they wear orange jackets and fake smiles and ask for your paycheck while you're not there, because they were hoping you would be. To this day, Emma posts anonymously on Reddit. Her original story received thousands of upvotes and hundreds of comments from others who shared similar encounters. Small-town stalkers, strangers who knew too much, unsettling coincidences that didn't feel like coincidences. It turns out, this kind of thing happens more often than we think. The police file is closed. No suspect, no charges, no crime on record. But every winter, when the snow piles high and the nights get longer, Emma swears she still dreams about him. The pale face, the fixed stare, and the bright orange jacket. Was Emma just lucky? Or did she narrowly escape something far worse? The truth is, sometimes we'll never know who was behind the mask, or what they were planning. If you found this story chilling, make sure to subscribe to Crime Chronicles for more real-life cases and creepy encounters. And remember, if your instincts are screaming, listen.